What's going on? It's Justeeni here. I've been getting pretty bored and I'm kind of running out of video ideas. I actually have some plans for videos, but I decided in the meantime, Polaris Drylands, why not? It's been a while since I've done this. It's been a while since I've even played on Drylands, let alone with Polaris. So, yeah, this is what we're doing. So let's just get right into things. So you can see already, I'll note this is horrible. This is one of the worst matchups for Polaris. So how do I win this game? Normally I always show you games where, I win the game at conquering the odds for the content and whatnot. But this is really bad. I'm upgrading on turn 5 against a turn 0 tribe. Sorry, turn 5. I mean turn 6. Turn 6. And if you see the opponent's start, it looks a little bit better than mine. Just a tad bit. They've got a lot of farms as well. I do have a lot of farms. That is my saving grace. I can get a Gami, but if you guys didn't know, Gamis are not very good on Drylands because they're really bad against riders. And guess what the best unit on Drylands is? Oh, riders. Wow, good guess. It's almost like it's kind of what you would expect the answer to be, because like kind of, yeah. Anyway, though, I get my Gami on turn 9. I get it before the opponent gets a giant, which that's an accomplishment in my book. I mean, I know that I have only bought 2 techs and the opponent has riding roads and they're sieging the city, and I can't. Well, I actually can. I can unsiege it, but for all intents and purposes, the city should be gone. Also, yeah, and my Gami is at 2 HP. It's not dead, so I can still use it to freeze, but yeah, the turn that I got it. Now I go Park of Fortune here like a mad lad because I see actually they can't siege me. So this might be the beginning of a comeback, a legendary comeback, if you will. But how do I win this from here? So I'm gonna need to get riding roads. I need to get my economy up first because my economy is awful. My economy dies. My affinity dies. So, alright. I can at least survive. I'm not dead. I get riding. I decide to skip on the Gami just because I really need riding. Like, I could have gotten the Gami this turn. Might have even been a little better too, but like, potato. But you might notice that the situation's only getting worse and worse. I have 4 cities, maybe soon to be 5 to my name. I get a Gami, and then I don't know how to tell this to you guys, but I actually don't win this game. I know, shocker, on the Justeeni channel, I'm showing a game that I lost. I mean, I'm pretty sure I showed you a game that I lost like 2 days ago. But yeah, I actually don't win. So why am I showing you this? Because I have to show the hero's journey, right? I haven't been doing that enough in my videos, so you have to see the struggle, the pain that I have to go through to make these videos sometimes. To actually get the fresh, juicy content. But anyway, let's go ahead and cut to the next match. Alright, so next game, this time I get a lot luckier. Instead of one of the worst matchups in the game, I get one of the best matchups in the game. So surely I don't blow this opportunity and screw everything up. Well, my second city is looking pretty bad, but okay, well, I don't have my third city. Well, this isn't good. Unless I go for the archery, putting all my eggs in one basket. Kind of crazy, I know, starting the game just like this, but you know what? We have to take risks sometimes. We're playing with like the worst tribe other than like Aquarian, I guess, for Drylands. But the opponent makes a mistake of putting a warrior here, and I'm actually winning the city by force. They can't do anything. And then they resign. Oh my goodness, I did it. I did the thing. Through all this pain and turmoil, I finally managed to win with Polaris. Except that's a really boring conclusion, isn't it? So I decided to play another because that's a really horrible way to end this video. Like, oh my goodness, I won. Like no offense to the opponent, but like, yeah, I think you could have defended, and they also resigned too early. This is probably actually playable for Chinchi, but yeah, we can have a better game than that. So let's go ahead and cut to the next one. All right, so now I'm saving the best for last. Hopefully this will improve my watch time or something. Maybe it works like that, or maybe everyone's already clicked off the video. Who knows? But yeah, this game I'm just gonna... I don't know. I'm gonna let it play. You guys aren't ready. And I'm not just saying that. First off, I skipped this village. This looks a little weird, but I really want this village here in the center. Because if I don't grab it now, I may not ever be getting it. I'm against Yadek. This matchup's a bit more neutral. Like, you know, like, I can't complain. Like, I'm glad it's not Omaji, because that is, like, a truly horrible matchup. Unfortunately, my Explorer goes backwards, and I can complain about that. Stupid Explorer. But yeah, I make Warriors, not getting Hunting Precap because I need to expand. And then I meet the opponent. Thank goodness I got this city. I go for Riding again, not grabbing Hunting. They make a mistake here, so this gives me a glimmer of hope. They forget to kill my Warrior. They completely could have and should have. There was a way for them to do it. They move their units wrong, sully them. Now I get to kill their Warrior, and I can actually fight for this village. Before, they would have gotten it easy peasy. But instead, now using Riding Roads, which, yeah, I got. Also, I got a Star Ruin earlier. I kind of forgot to mention that. Yeah, I got a Star Ruin. So I've got a little bit of plot armor, too. And so, yeah, I killed the Warrior. Yeah, yada yada. And I'm not getting the Explorer yet, you know. I have to make a lot of units. This is Drylands. You have to, you know, be prepared. Strategy Ruin. Okay, Strategy Ruin. That seems bad, right? This is actually probably one of, if not the best things I could have gotten. Obviously, like a Star Ruin would do the same thing. But a Strategy Ruin, or like a Trade Ruin, those are like the two best Ruin results that aren't stars or population. Strategy is going to prove to be amazing. Now, Trade's another thing. I'm going to touch on this really quickly. Trade is really useful for Polaris, kind of. It's way worse than markets, except for the fact that it's easy to set up. You don't need sawmills or windmills or anything like that. You just need ice, which, fun fact, is really easy for Polaris to get. I already have plenty of ice. So, like, if I got a Trade Ruin, or, you know, if I just saved up for trade, I could get an ice bank down and actually get a lot of economy that way. That's one of my outs. But with strategy, this opens up a whole new strategy. Get it? It's like, I think that's the name of the tech. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, so another thing that strategy does, and you're going to see this kind of in the immediate future, helps me not lose. I like not losing the game, and you're going to see strategy is really good at making me not lose. So I go for resources here, not grabbing a city wall because, well, I don't really need to. I have defenders. Like, yeah, defender city wall is awesome, but I kind of need to develop right now. And I'm not worried if they get a giant. Instead, though, double monument border growth. Wow. And this gets me thinking, well, I just got a strategy ruin. You guys connecting the dots here? You picking up what I'm putting down? And oh my goodness, and I get this lighthouse. This is huge. It looks like I'm not even close. You know, that was my first lighthouse I got, but I'm already really close to that one. I just revealed that one. I just need to grab this one. Wait, there's a village there, and I have defenders. If I just grab this village, I get Eye of God, which the opponent doesn't even have. Somehow, with distinctly fewer cities, I'm actually going to get Eye of God. They're stepping on this village. Probably, I don't know if they realize I don't have a rider or not. You know, they don't have vision. Grab this lighthouse up north. I'm able to maybe secure this village using the defender, the block. I get my first super unit, Gami. Not going for parks because I do need Gamis here. It's going to help against the giants. I go for the explorer here, actually, because I did the counting and it actually had a very high likelihood of getting Eye of God. So I figure, yeah, why not? Take a little risk. And these defenders are awesome. Place that I've got there again. No need for walls because Gamis can defend. Like, they're never holding a siege in this position. Grab another Gami immediately. Find double monumenting there. It's completely worth it. They're going to deal with that on the village. They get another vet sword ruin, which, you know, I'm fine with that. The vet swords are a little annoying, kind of chewing through my defenders. They have so many cities. I mean, just look at this. Just look at this. How can I possibly win? Am I just going to show you this really long, drawn-out game where I lose anyway? I would never do that to you guys. But look at this cool little play here. Normally, most people would just be like, oh, you hit with the rider and kill with the warrior. But no. I can kill with the defender. Little nice micro trick there, and freezing with the Gami so I don't take any retaliation too. I was pretty happy with that. This is a live game, so like, I have to be happy for those little things, even though like it's probably actually pretty easy to find. But yeah, and they're building up. What they have farming. They're building up a big and scary economy. If they get markets or knights, I effectively just lose the game on the spot. But then they walk in with a giant, and this is a huge mistake because I can use this as a wall combined with the warrior. And this Gami, you have to break through this defender to even get towards the Gami. This Gami is like, again, same deal. Fighting up here as well with the defenders. I'll kind of keep things more zoomed out as you see this, because things are going to get very action-packed on all sides of the map. Another border growth, by the way. Stealing land here. And normally that's like, oh man, what a great play. You stole my land. You got me. Time to resign. No. We don't give up here on the Justeeni Lingueeni channel until all hope is lost. But this actually gave me some big time hope. I think this border growth was actually straight up bad, which is crazy to say because it took 2 tiles of my land. No. You saw me get diplomacy pre-cap. You know what's gonna happen. I don't have to explain it to everyone, but I will explain it anyway. So yeah, basically cloaks, border growth city, makes the brain go awooga. Big cloak value. You get a lot of daggers, a lot of stars, and they just made a giant there too. Ooh. Monkey brain go. Whoa. Neuron activated. I don't know. But yeah. By the way, I'm not killing this giant because this is just such an annoying wall for the opponent. They just have to deal with it. They kill my vet sword. Very sad, but my cloak is what actually matters. And they're not killing my defenders, which they need to kill. Oh, and then they make 2 giants. Okay, so they're going to break through these. They make 3 giants. Okay, well, they're going to make sure this cloak doesn't connect, right? But first, a brief intermission with these cloaks. I finally get rid of that wall because now I'm going to have a wall of daggers. And the Gami's like, I'm pretty safe and sound. My cloaks are going to be just fine. Once the chain starts, it's really hard to stop. You know. But I need to start the chain up here. So I put it on the mountain, and I do it on the mountain because, well, do they have climbing? If so, yeah, congrats, like, well played. But, like, you have to buy climbing here after getting 2 of your cities infiltrated. Like, yeah, right. Like, if you do, then sure. Oh no, my cloak gets detected, and then I can try it again. But you have to pay that initial cost. And I'm making more cloaks. I make a warrior here. Oh, because I don't have any stars. That's a weird play, Justeeni. But I guess it's better than nothing. But yeah, now they're just going to defend with pure riders. And again, if they just get knights, I'm hopelessly lost. But there are some things going for me. And it's the fact that their highest level cities are all getting cloaked, except for this one. But that's about to change because guess what? Chicken butt. But yeah, they just let me cloak. The second cloak. And the third cloak stealing. I don't even know how many stars. Like, if you look at the replay, like, the opponent has, like, almost double the economy before I cloak them. And again, like, what is even going on? Look at this freezing, by the way. I just have this wall here, so then this Gami is literally unreachable. This Gami here is defended with these defenders, because that's what defenders do. I've got this defenders defending the cloaks, with the daggers defending the defenders, the daggers defending these defenders, and the cloak. I've got these riders here to just kind of chip away at anything. I have 0 Gamis in the north, by the way. These giants should be menacing, because I have, like, nothing that actually answers giants, except for the daggers. But the daggers are tanking for the defenders, so they're going to die to the riders. But they're just using their giants to take out the daggers. And somehow I'm actually alive. And again, the opponent needs to get knights, but their eco is kind of crippled. Now, that's not to say that they won't get knights at some point, or at least be able to afford them. Because you're going to see some plays. They get the Unsiege. And then they get another giant. I don't know why they're doing this. They got another giant. I don't know. I they probably play on Drylands a lot, and I've never seen Polaris before. They're like, why are my units blue? Like, yeah. I mean, Polaris is quite the rare sight if you don't play on Archipelago. Even on continents, they're like not that common for some reason, even though they're quite good there. But yeah, more cloaks. Again, somehow I'm making progress. Now I'm like chipping away at the giants. I get farming to upgrade my cities, to improve my economy, get another Gami. And another Gami, almost. I can't quite, but I'm really close. I actually should have upgraded the city in the front first, maybe, but I mean, this is fine too. It's not a big deal. But again, the opponent would probably be a bit closer to knights if they didn't like make a giant. They decide to go next to my Gami, you know, going for a little smooch. But my Gami is going to give them the cold shoulder. You see what I did there? They managed to unsiege, just barely again. These riders are getting damaged over time. Even the daggers without a defense bonus, they are really good because they not only distract two riders, but one of those riders also gets damaged. So it's like that rider gets occupied for like effectively 2 turns and then the other for 1 turn. So that's like you get 3 turns out of their units effectively. It's a weird way of thinking about it, but like that's how you kind of have to think about it, I guess. The defenders are really nice because they distract 4 riders, and the riders that get hit then get they need 2 turns to heal. So it's like the defenders are actually super efficient here. They're amazing for blocking. So like, yeah, you're like heavily incentivized to not hit them. And look at what is going on in the map, by the way. Look at all these riders. Look at all these daggers. Look at all these defenders. There's a Gami siege, by the way. They have to unsiege this. Can they unsiege? It's looking really close. They get the warrior hit. They sack a rider. They sack another rider. But all these riders are injured because they were dealing with the daggers. Sacks another rider. And then they go over here. They had like 10 minutes to play their turn. So like, I don't know. I guess they got distracted. But wait. Can they still unsiege? Hold on. This rider? 4 damage? This rider can reach to 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe that deals 5. So they can probably still unsiege, right? You know, even if it's like 4, 4, 5, like... Oh, wait. Wait, they can't unsiege. Wait. I'm actually gonna win? They still have to unsiege this, by the way. I mean, they have the giant for that. They place a road. Wait. But they use Gate of Power to unsiege. Okay. But that's fine, because now I'm just gonna cloak them and get even more stars. And they had to spend a lot to do that, so now I know they're still not getting knights anytime soon. These Gamis are really rude. These defenders are being mean. These daggers are all like, grr, stabby stab. I can make some sort of joke about British people. I don't know. And then they resign. Well, huh? What even happened? I just showed you the game. I played this game myself, and I really can't tell you like how I won. Besides, you know, I guess the ruins spoke to me, and I listened. If it wasn't for that strategy ruin, I wouldn't have even considered diplomacy. I probably would have just gone to Nice Bank and then lost the game anyway because they have double my city count, or like, yeah, I think about double my cities almost. But somehow, some way, what in the world? Like, I don't know how to describe this. It's cinema. It's absolute peak. I hope you guys enjoyed this one because this was fun. You know, that's how Polytopia is. It's a fun video game. But yeah, like and sub, and have a good one.